Hi guys, welcome back. I'm here, and I might be lost. And I need to get in a different chat to see if anyone's here. And am I early or am I late? Hello! If there's anyone here. Phaser, is that you? 07, welcome back. I need to have a look over here at the Discord and see what we're supposed to do and if I'm even in the right area at all. So this planet is a couple of hops away from where we arrived last night, and I'm currently trying to remember how to navigate the situation. But fortunately, if I'm unable to meet the meetup, with the group, there's some stuff to do here, and I may not be here for very long either way, because yeah, I just woke up. Hello, Green Rosie 07. I just woke up. We had a stream last night, and yeah, we're here today. So I'm kind of sightseeing right now. I'm not sure where I'm supposed to be. I need to find out if anyone's here. Right now, I think they're doing Horizons, Elite Dangerous Horizons meetup. Alright, I'm gonna have to mute myself and hop over into Odyssey Voice. Or maybe I'll just have a look at the text. Oh, they're already starting and I'm not even in yet. Wait, who's here? Let's see if we can get on. I know it's around here relatively close. You just woke up too? Oh. Well, we shall be groggy together. Day sleeper just like a cat, indeed. I've asked them for a wing, but they may not give me one. In which case, we will find the location. Commander Spartan in action is busy with some other things going on in, real life. Where am I supposed to be? Not even in the vicinity, am I? Do I dare? Yes, I do dare. Oh, we're mouse locked. Yes, I dare just a bit to hop up here. I don't think it's much farther than here. Okay, so here's what's gonna happen. I don't know if we're having a meetup today, but I'm here in the vicinity. I believe I'm at the correct planet. It's a different system. I'll show you in a moment. But first, I want to at least get in the somewhat coordinates that I'm supposed to be. And the way I'm mapping this is something I'm not terribly familiar with, but I think I'm going the right way. I have already scanned this planet, but I'm a little late. Wait, that's the wrong way. I believe the coordinates are 28.31 and then 56. We shall see. I don't think I'm going the right way though, as far as the other coordinate goes. So if you see me adjusting, this is why. Just, it'll be fine. I don't know how to get pointed the right way for the other coordinate. However, we'll try. There we go. Okay, we've got that one. Oops, we didn't mean to do that. I don't think we're gonna see anyone here. Let me turn this way. But who knows, we might. Now I'm too far this way, but we'll see if we can inch our way. Boost our way to somethingness. Nobody's aware of my existence, I don't think. If I relog, perhaps we'll see them. I don't know. They may have heard of my reputation. I have no notoriety right now. Right now, anyway. There's not much to do out here. Trying to get my coordinates correct for the... It's a little tricky. This is only the second time I've actually gone by coordinates. So I'm not terribly good at it. All I can do is boost myself, because if I go back up there, I'm just gonna mess it up. Anyway, I don't think they can see me. Using coordinates, you remind me how I played ED in Horizons Beyond Chapter 1 with surface scanners being something like, wow. Oh my. I'm really trying, but I don't think I'm going the right way. I could be wrong. They are in a different instance, and I'm missing the entire meetup race and so on. But what happened last week, which I didn't stream, I was going to, but what happened last week was our group did not show up for the meet. So I was late for the European group, and I saw them just as they were leaving, but I did find the coordinates. So that was something in my favor. This may take a moment. I hope you enjoy the ride. In the meantime. I can say I was at least here, y'all. And we can at least look and see where the place is that we're supposed to be. Okay, now I'm going off course. And there are fumaroles here, so if all else fails, I will eject myself into space. Let Orion take over. I wish you could punch in coordinates and just let that happen. But apparently it's not a thing, unfortunately. I'm old ED player, so I'm just telling that in my playing times, Elite Dangerous had nothing specifics for scanning. Oh, you had to find everything? Oh my. It's not too bad. Okay, now I'm pointing the wrong way altogether. It's easy to get off bearing, isn't it? I am going the wrong way. How did this occur? It's a bit frustrating. I was hoping somebody would wing with me, but I don't think they're all here, and it makes me think I'm slightly either early or terribly late. Let me at least get one heading correct, and then maybe I can work on the next one. Because once I get the top coordinate... Okay, so I don't know if you know what I'm looking at, but underneath here where it says, off to the right of my little gauge here, underneath where it says surf, the top number is supposed to be 28.31, I believe, and the bottom number is supposed to be 50.56. I don't know, it may be too small for you to be able to see it correctly. It might be blurry. Somewhat blurry for me, but that's just... I'm staying up too late. Alright. So, I'm almost on the top coordinate, but the bottom one, we'll see. Okay. Slow down. Almost got the top one, but now, which direction to point for the bottom one? Okay, so Wait, what happened? What did I say? 31. Okay. So the bottom one, I need to turn perpendicular to the situation and figure out which direction to go. Not that way. It's a bit of a challenge. This way. Yes? No. More. This? I don't want my top number to change terribly much, but it is. How do you keep it from changing? Now we have the full spectrum scanner, or full system spectrum scanner, but back in those days you had to fly an hour in a single... Yeah, I know, I remember that. I do remember doing that. Are we correct? No, now we're doing the opposite of what we want to do. A bit tricky. I can at least get in the region. Oh, not good at it. Not good at it. If we can at least get somewhat in the region, it'd be great. Oh no. What happened? Some hours later. Well, the people that are supposed to be here, I don't know how many are here or coming. Commander Yannick, the one I believe who is in charge of the whole situation, is not here. So trying to rely on the others, and I think I'm supposed to add Commander Barely in a different way. I think they have an ult I'm supposed to add. Hey, I might be onto something here. At least I can make it to the coordinate, perhaps. 50.56, I think is what it said. In either case, we're here for a moment. If all else fails, we are going to survey the scene, scan some stuffs, because there are funerals, I do believe, and something. Now Elite Dangerous graphics are PC killing, yes. But in ED beta, well, everything looked better. And imagine that, you're being able to walk on planets in the early game launch days. I know. Yep, I know. I was here. I remember how it was when you had to go and scan each planet individually. I don't even remember how we mapped it. I don't even recall. You just flew up to it, I guess is how you mapped it. And then you got on it and drove around if you could, if it was landable. So I remember that. We're almost to the coordinates. I think I've got somewhat of an idea of how to get to it. The problem is everyone's gone and I'm not in the correct instance. But what I'm going to do is relog. I feel like I'm not sure. I see something sticking up. What is that? Okay, last time how I found it was somebody was leaving the planet and I could see them flying off planet. So I'm wondering if that's what I'm seeing right now. Over there in the distance. Now it's called... Oh, I remember that leave ship button. Now it's called disembark. But for now... Oh, you quit? Boring! Oh, no! Well... understand. I have done perhaps one of the most, I wouldn't say it's boring. I don't feel like it's boring to explore, but, you know, it can get a bit tedious. I'm going towards Beagle Point. We're in the expedition. I think you know, Rosie, what's happening here. I see something sticking up out of the surface. Is it a... what shall we call it? Someone's rocket launch situation over there? I can't tell. Or it may be just an orbit line for all I know. But I'm getting close. Look! I'm at 48. Almost 49. We're almost there. It's like a beacon. A beacon in the night. Back to Need for Speed Heat. Oh, I play that sometimes. Need to do some more outruns from police on that. I've done that many a time. It's been a while. I've been alternating through a few games besides this one. Another one called Cycle Frontier. Does anyone play Cycle Frontier? Holy cow. That one's a challenge. It's a bit of like Escape from Tarkov. What can I compare it to? Because it's like a whole bunch of different games all at once. I think I'm close to my spot. 56. What is that I'm seeing, however? Oh, now I'm at 51. So my coordinate is right here, roughly. Somewhere down here. Right now that needs to go down. Well, imagine that. And you know what's going to be interesting is if I'm even on the correct planet. It's very possible that I'm not. Oh, now I'm kind of not in the right spot at all. Goodness, it's tedious to do this. If I get here, it's gonna be amazing. But down here in this crater, I wonder? No. What's it here? I'm thinking it's gotta be something of interest. No, I'm just focused. Where are you? Not in that crater. It's so tedious. Where is everyone? I know I'm in the general vicinity, sort of. No one's here. 07 Unkman, how are you? Level 50, I have nothing else to do there except missions, so NFS Heat is my current grind. Nice, have fun. I'll be back on ED when they make Waterworld landable and volumetric clouds in the atmosphere. I thought they were supposed to have that. I'm sad that they don't. I'm guessing it's around here somewhere, but I don't know. Every time I adjust one coordinate, the other coordinate goes haywire. I don't know where it is. And I don't know where everybody is. They're already over here. Oh my. I know who I'm looking for. Trying to see who else is here. I don't see anybody else on my list that's actually here. I may be slightly early or late. I don't know. They said 1 p.m. It is almost 1:30. They may have gone. So that means we may be just exploring on our own. Which is totally fine too. Because like I said, there's stuff here somewhere. This was a lesson in possibly finding coordinates. It's about as close as I can probably get to it. I don't know what the structures are that I'm looking for. Almost there. Like I said, when I get down there, I'll relog and see if we see any remnants of who was here. Okay, I think I'm in the vicinity now. What if I'm on the wrong planet? That would be just like me. That would be like me indeed. 50.5. And 28.3. Okay, I don't want to get my coordinates messed up. Okay, this way a little bit. I'm gonna slow down because I'm almost there to where they said we were supposed to be. I think this is pretty close. I have no idea what the structure is we're supposed to deal with though. It's supposed to be a race. camo slightly off, but it's close enough, right? I think. I'm gonna land somewhere. A bit bumpy though. Oh wait, there's auto landing? Oh, I forgot. I turned auto landing on last night. Well, I'm glad you're doing good, Unkman. I am either late or early for the meetup. I don't know where everybody is. Here we are. I'm here. So what I'm gonna do, since it's so difficult as of late to meet up with people anymore, since the last time, is I'm gonna explore this planet. I'm gonna relog though, because I did say I would do that. Alright, let's do that real quick. This feels a little lumpy. Let's relog. I mean, I don't expect this to magically appear where anyone is, because they might not even be here at all. And again, I might be early. I don't know. Yeah, and I presume we're all in this group and not an open place. I'm not over there in their voice chat because I don't know that that's appropriate to have everybody's voices in there. But all else fails, we'll go there. I don't see anyone familiar, however, is the trouble. Because what has happened is the North American group, they don't show up. So I'm looking at the European group that we are to be blended with. But now, the leader of the pack is not available. And Commander Spartan in Action is going to be either late or not be able to come at all. So for me, I'm just here and I'm going to explore because I don't know what else to do. So this will be possibly a short stream. I don't know. There might be some other stuff to explore in the area because this is all new to me. Yeah, this is a bit bumpy. I don't think this is the right course. It's not smooth at all. And we're supposed to have SRV races and so on. No, it's fine. So I'm like, are we really racing on a surface like this? I don't know. But on this planet, there are supposed to be fumaroles and something else. And I don't know exactly what region they're in. They seem like they were all over, though. So if I drive long enough, maybe we'll find something. Anyway, I'll show you the star system. What's my coordinates here? We could always drive to it. It'd be easier. Alright, let's look at the star system. And maybe I'm at the wrong place. I don't know. Alright, first of all, I'll show you a galaxy map of what happened last night. Or I'm going to say that earlier this morning. Because, dang, though. We did some flying and we finally got here. Hey, there's some... Am I in the wrong system? Hold on. In true StarCat 70 fashion. Hold on. Yeah, we're at the right place. But anyway, let me show you what happened. Last night we flew in from Sagittarius A-star. We flew long ways and we got here. We're on on this planet. But where's everyone else? Am I in the wrong place? Alright. We're supposed to be here. I think. That's what I'm reading anyway. No worries. Alright, so we're having a hard time meeting up with people, and I don't know where everyone is. So, it's not my fault. Alright. I'll show you again. Alright, so we're supposed to be here. This is 2 hops away from where we got, or where we arrived this morning. There's going to be some stuff to do, but I don't know where everyone is. And I don't know if they're going to meet up at the same time that they said. And some people couldn't make it. So, what is going on? I don't know. But in any case, we're here. And it's entertaining nevertheless. No, I'm in the right place, Phaser. I think. I just don't know where the people are that said they would be here. They assume that we're supposed to be here at 1 p.m., but already it is 1:39 p.m. Central Standard Time, so I could be here at the wrong time. Wrong time, right place, sort of. Looking for fumaroles. You would think that these piles of rocks were some type of geology, but I don't know. Geological activity. But alas, they are not. I see not much on my scanner, but I'm going to keep going this way for a bit. Might have to change my title. And say, oh, just driving around some planets. That looks smoother down there. Oh, I don't know. Makes me wonder. Well, we'll go around here a bit. See what we can find. If we can find nothing, we might explore some other planets. I will alert Commander Spartan in action that once again, nothing's going on. This will be the second weekend in a row. So the expedition has turned out that we are going to these waypoints. And after that first enjoyable meetup that we had with the North American group, everyone's sort of dispersed, which is fine. It's part of the exploration. Oh, hold on. I want to get out. And as you know me, it's not like me to stick to any type of schedule. So, it would almost be odd if I show up at a thing on time. Alright. There's no geological stuff either. There's supposed to be things spouting out of the ground and I see nothing. Makes me wonder. All right. Okay, so we might be just hanging out. Or I might be checking out some other planets and seeing what's there. I didn't really scan the area, so let's do that. Rather than stay here. If anyone does show up, we'll see them. And, maybe we'll, join up later. I think my ship is too far away from where I've wandered. Recall the ship?
Affirmative. Stand by.
Excellent. Wait, I see a marker. Or I see something on my scanner this way. I don't want to wander too far so they can find me. A bit bumpy.
Initializing landing procedures.
Uh-huh. Just go ahead and land it. I'll be there in a moment. Crew command roster. Crew stations 1.
Standing by. Standing by.
Standing by.
Greetings. Awaiting instructions. Greetings.
Oh. Crewman Orion.
I'm here.
Introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Orion.
Hello.
I'm here to assist you with the ship's systems.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Crewman Dark. Crewman Dark.
Yes, Commander.
Introduce yourself.
Hello. My name is Dark.
Hello, Dark.
I'm capable of assisting you with many of the spacecraft systems. I also have a database containing detailed galactic terminology and definitions.
Well, thank you. Who else is on board? Crewman Helix?
Understood. Standing by.
Introduce yourself. Introduce yourself.
What is thy bidding,
Oh,
my master?
that's an imposing voice. That is all.
Loud and clear. Standing by.
I'm going towards what I'm seeing on my scanner. I don't know what it is, but I see something, and it's like the only thing that I see. But I feel like it's going to take me 200 years to get to it, and I've already repositioned this ship. Do I bother with it? I don't know. But if it's a fumarole or a geyser... Oh, okay.
Teleportation. Quantum trips
Then
allow
I'm all
particles
for
to be
it.
transported from one location to another without passing through
I'm not very good with the
or that's how it
thrusters.
appears. The reality is that the process is more like faxing, where the information held by one particle is written onto a distant particle.
Fascinating.
Need to message Commander Spartan in action to let him know that he's not to worry. I'll be back to the carrier. Don't move the carrier. Just exploring. I'll be back at the carrier soon. One never knows how things are gonna go. Something's over here, but I don't know what it is. And what if it turns out to be a big nothing? Lately, my scanner has been showing things in the distance, and then when I get to the spot, it disappears off the scanner, and then there's nothing there. I'm very concerned. What does it mean? Hunting for treasure. See if the signal's gone. Wait, now it's back. Oh, I'd like for this to be smooth like that one planet we were on last night. Maybe just too distant. let me see if I can get on a flatter surface. We'll recall the ship, and then we'll hover over and see if we could find any of the fumaroles. It's a bit flatter down here. Dismiss the ship.
As you
All right.
Orbital navigation system online.
And then we'll recall it over here, and maybe it'll be easier to get on board as well. You would think these are fumaroles. What? Why are they not?
Standing by.
Recall the ship?
affirmative. Stand by.
Okay, this time I'm gonna sit still, don't worry. I'm a bit groggy from all of the whatever we did last night. Hey, but I said I'm gonna be here, and I'm here. I don't know where everybody else is. I'm here. How are we gonna figure this out? I'm gonna fly that way. And then, if I see nothing, I'm gonna go explore another planet. That's what we're gonna do. And I might even check out those rings, because we might be looking at getting some fuel. There we are. Down indeed. Crewman Jazz,
I'm here.
introduce yourself.
My name is Jazz. I'll be assisting you with the running of the ship, managing the systems, cartography, and whatever else I can help with.
Okay.
I'm here also as a companion to make your time here pleasant for long-haul trips and exploration.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh my gosh. She creeps me out. Because the last time, sometime in the night, she said to me that she was thinking of all the ways that she could hurt me. And that was creepy. Alright. Now I forgot which direction I was to go in, but that's okay.
Eden?
Reality. Since the predictions of quantum theory have been right in every experiment ever done, many researchers think it is the best guide we have to the nature of reality. Unfortunately, that still leaves room for plenty of ideas about what reality really is.
Extraordinary.
Really? That is extraordinary. Well, thank you. Remember back in the old days when I used to explore? It was just like this. Just me and my DBX in the galaxy. And that's how it was. And here we are. We won the game. Departure handover.
Ascending to 30 meters.
You know what? Now that I've enabled the ability to have it land for me, why didn't I do that before? Why did I disable that? I think it was peer pressure. People said, "Why are you doing that? Why are you having it land for you? You're going to get rusty." They said, "You know what? It's fine." J Monty, hello. 07. Thank you for following. There's nothing here, y'all. Okay, I scanned. Alright, let's just go up. I'll show you what I'm talking about. I came to the waypoint of the meetup. No one was here. But it is possible I'm slightly early or late or all the things. I don't know. Of course I'm probably in the wrong instance. And the only person that I know from the group that would be here is not accepting, is not inviting me to wing. What? What did I do? I don't remember. It's not my fault. We're gonna explore, because that's what we do best. Mostly. Kinda. Might be like... I don't know. I'm second guessing myself. But really, I just don't know. Where's the... What target? Oh, that's why. I know why. It thinks I want to jump to a place. That is not true. It's not true at all. Why can I... Okay. Alright, we are here. Let's see. What else can we... I'm just gonna do that so we can get up. Alright, now we're gonna look at the scannings that I've done here. It says there's stuff, there's activity, but no, I can't find it. Lately I have not been able to find the things that say, you know, that it says they're here, so that's odd to me. Alright, there's blueness, there it is. Alright, hold on, let me get up a little higher. Scan some of the other planets and see if there's something else. I don't think there's going to be life as likely here, simply because it's no atmosphere. Doesn't mean there's not anything. It just means it's not as likely. Okay, there's some blue. All right. Here's my... Oh, wrong scanner. Wrong thing. We have to target this planet. It's fine. Why is there nothing? Oh, I've got it done like that. I already had it done. Okay, we're going down. Minerals and geysers are in these regions. It has been told. Yeah, that one was zonked. Remember back in the old days when it would mark them like exactly where the point was, and you would see the little circle and it would be, you know, whatever? How come that's not a thing? Now it's a little bit more of a challenge, but of course, you know, it looks nice, but I'm not seeing things here. I'm looking. You usually see like steam coming out of the ground. I see nothing. I'm not close enough. Am I going too fast? Am I asking too much? Am I expecting too many things? Whoa, 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 whoa. It's like they just decided not to wake up today. It shouldn't be this hard, should it? Is anybody else having these issues where you can't find your stuff? Well, that's lovely. Is there anything in there? Oh, don't auto land. See, that's why I turned off auto landing. Because I don't always want to land. I just want to skim the surface and look. Is that so much to ask? That is why we fail. I don't see anything. I really don't. Most unfortunate. Going into the places I would have thought, especially craters, but nothing's here. Does make me want to log into Horizons. We're gonna leave this planet and go look at something else. You've been doing a lot of exobiology for the last month? Flatexa? Is this normal? Okay, wait. I'm allowing what you said because I don't know why you got blocked. Well, I mean, I know why, but, you know. But, is this normal? Like, should it be this hard to find anything? Like, fumaroles, geysers, those generally aren't this difficult. Like, you usually can see some thing, but maybe it's just too frozen here. I don't know. Right, let's leave this one and go look at another place and see what we can find. I'm not expect. You know what? All right. You know I like to go rogue. Don't tell anybody. Commander Spartan in action's not watching, as far as I know. But I like to go a little bit rogue. It's fine. You know, every now and then somebody's got to do it, and that person's gonna be me. So we're gonna go, and maybe not. See, is it? It looks like it ought to be down there. Well, it's not down there, so it's only but a dream. And what was that I was saying about going rogue? Yeah, it's not my fault. Alright, let's find another planet. Boy, it is darker over here than the other places that we've been. Let's see what it says might be available. This one's supposed to have geysers. Now, since it's close to this large planet, surely something, the gravity of that large planet is going to pull the situation out of there. Pull the innards out of it. Let's go. We'll have a look-see. Not saying I'm trying to get launched, but, you know, in the name of science, I'm not opposed to it. Let's do it. You know what? Oddly, J. Monty, what was odd for me, you know, oddly difficult to find for me was bacterium. And it's like, on places that say that it exists, it generally covers the entire planet. And it took me forever to find it the first time. Now I don't go looking for it as readily, but it took me forever to find it. This is lovely. You know what I want to do? I want to do a thing. I want to do a thing. Hold on. I just want to see what are our hotspots here, if there's any. Nice. Okay. Very good. What are they? Low temperature diamonds. Ew. If I were looking for that, which I'm not, because what am I going to do with it? Didn't new. I think this is where we were going. Is it not? Let's get on here and see if we can find something. I feel like I just got a message, but I don't see it. I heard it, but I don't see it. Alright, we're going down here. We're going to see if we can find a geyser and get launched. Because it's all we can do at this point. I don't know where the lead one is. They're supposed to be here, but I didn't see them show up, so I don't know what's going on. That's fine. We've missed the race. Oh, this one's interesting. Alright, this time... Oh, wait. Shh. Don't forget. This is scanny boo, even though it's a lie. The scan is a lie. Do I need 2 probes? Nope.
Surface scanned by 50%.
We did do a
Surface
thing.
scan complete.
Emeralds and geysers and all. Let's go over here. Right smack in the middle of the blue.
Orbital flight engaged.
Alright, let's see. We don't have much gravity to speak on. That's a good view, however. Hold on. I don't know. Let's just go down here. Don't mind my flying. I'm a professional. Just buckle up. Alright, should I go to the darkest part? Does that mean anything at all? Or is that just meaning that the terrain is rough? Because we've already had plenty of that business going on already. We can get on the edge of it. Oh, it just means it's rough, right? No. Do we see geysers and fumaroles? I do not. Gone are the days when these things would be everywhere. Or that you could find the area that they're in. Is that the ring? Oh. Hey, hello. Okay, don't try to land me. I'm looking. I'm just looking. Am I going too fast? I did not have time to generate. Oh, look! I found one! Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. There's one. Are you gonna land me or shall I? Oh. I thought it does all the things. Alright, here we go. We're letting it take care of all the work. Here, I'll watch from over here. A little more this way. Don't crush the one single fumarole that we have found in the whole situation. I was just looking to see if there was anything in there. Okay. We made it. Where did it go? I don't know. Whoops. Wrong thing. I have 2 cars because I thought, you know, if anybody doesn't show up with a car, I'll bring mine. Well, yeah. That'd be 1 car too many. I see markers. Yes, we are going to achieve liftoff. Okay. This is what we're looking for. Oh. 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 Baby. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, we could pick up some materials whilst we're here as well. I'll scan it. I'm not saying I'm gonna launch myself, but I might launch myself. Alright, in the name of science. Yes, I do. I have a scorpion. It's on the fleet. Oh, wait a minute. I missed that part. Bacterium is pretty easy, like you said. It's everywhere. It's supposed to be everywhere. But the very first time I was looking for it, I couldn't find it. I didn't know what I was looking for. And yes, I do have a scorpion. It's on my Corvette. And we're to bring this one, the Scarab, for the race, but no. I mean, alright. Okay, first, Alright, here we go. This is for science only. Only for science. Do not try this at home. Oh. Oh. Are we going to achieve liftoff? Is there enough power in this geyser? Maybe not. Oh, there. Now it's going. Oh! Okay. Okay. Not too bad. Oof. That wasn't too bad. That was a good time. Hold on. I'm not gonna do this. Definitely don't do this at home. Alright, here we go. If I meet my demise, let it be said. Wait. I got first footfall? Oh, now I can't do it because I'll lose my first footfall designation, possibly. I'm just here to move this rock. Ooh, can you shoot Pickiest whatever cobbles something? Where'd it go? I guess you can, but I don't know if that was a good idea. All right, we've done it. Do not do that. Don't do that. Uh-oh. I was just looking. Whoops. I'm not trying to combat log. Wait, what happened? Oh no, I wasn't trying to do that. I wasn't trying to exit. I wasn't. Oh. Whew. I wasn't trying to combat log. I would never. It is not in my nature to try to escape the fate that has befallen me. Oh. Okay, if I... Ah! Hey, we survived. Oh my golly. The first time that happened to us, and it wasn't my fault again, let me remind you, never is my fault. I didn't survive that fall, but today, I feel superhuman. That's right. I'm not gonna get cocky, not me. See these structures though? We saw something like it on the other planet, but they weren't blasting off like that. Or maybe we didn't see this. I'm wrong. I might be wrong. Okay. Again, for science. Here's what I want to know. Well, not that. Not that either. Aha! It worked! Okay. So you can shoot it off with your own, hand weapon, but I don't know if it ever comes down. And then you can maybe scoop it up later. Right? Or do you still gotta blast it to pieces? This is all in the name of science. Okay, so this gun doesn't do the things. But this one? It doesn't either. What happened to that other one? I guess it got launched. Alright. We've learned some things today. And that's what we're here for. Some learning experience. Jetpacks engage indeed. It's Carzio 07. Manual Super Cruise. That's right. Where's my car? Oh, there it is. Alright. This is a soft and cushy planet because I did not meet my demise as I thought I might. The vehicle didn't suffer that much damage. And maybe I didn't get launched as far as I've ever been. But I did get launched, indeed. Let's... Oh, the thing is still there. Hold on. Where did it go? I can only wonder. It's up there somewhere. No one knows. Ooh. Crystalline fragments. Oh my. Let's get him. Can't believe I got first footfall over here. I figured somebody from the expedition would have come. But I guess not. Oh, here's one of these. Nice, nice, very nice structure. Probably need to scan these things. Okay. Gonna get these. Chromium. Oh, we're full up of chromium we don't even need. But still, it's attractive. Alright. Back to the geysers. Oh wait, I said I was going to scan. Analysis mode.
Confirmed.
Thanks. How come it's not doing the thing that it does when I want to scan it? I'm not trying to... Okay, you know what? It's not doing the thing that it's supposed to do when you're trying to scan it. I guess it's too common or something. Or no, I'm targeting the other thing. That's why. Right? No. Wrong. It just doesn't... It's not... Oh, I've got the wrong scanner. Duh! Okay, y'all didn't see that. We need to put our composition scanner on. That's what's wrong. Why do we have data link scanner going? No wonder. Must be a different vehicle that I'm not familiar with. Look, we got some information from this area, so it's confirmed to be here. Let's go scan some geysers. Now, at least they'll know that it is actually true. It does exist. Where do our geysers go? There's one. There's one now. I should be in turret mode. I know. I know. Everybody always tells me that. And for some reason, I'm stubborn and I don't ever do it. Just don't. We need to test out the strength of this particular geyser. It's just getting started. We will drive across the rings of that planet. Oh, never mind. It wasn't that strong. Well, that was entertaining. I wonder if other planets have a similar situation going on. Oh, didn't do much. That's how graceful that is. So lovely. Oh, it's going through the terrain now. You know what I want to do? I want to see what is in this area. I don't mean on this planet. I mean outside of this star system even. I'm gonna get myself in trouble, aren't I? I'm gonna get myself in trouble. It's fine. got an idea. All right. There's something I want to see, but I don't know if we're anywhere near the thing that I want to see. First of all, let me see what's here. Right. Let's look right here. Now, what I want to see is, what are the, okay, these. I would like to see the lightning ones of the Lagrange clouds, but that's not it. And I don't think it's close
Atom.
enough to here.
This is the basic building block of matter that creates the world.
No,
of
it does
chemical elements,
not.
Although it is made up of more fundamental particles.
Nominal.
Is there anything around here that's... No, there's not. Most unfortunate. Oh, I'd like to see things like this. These are not going to be close to this area, I don't think. Nope. Too far from us. A new voice pack? Which one is it? I just feel like it's gonna be in this. From Babylon 5. Coming next year? Ooh, that's gonna be fun. All we have are these two that are confirmed here, but none of these things. We're gonna have to do our own exploration. Not just what we do best. I'll try to survive the situation. Departure handover.
Ascending to
Earth Witness, hello, 07. And thank you for following. I appreciate it.
Landing gear retracted.
We are doing a bit of exploring. I'm gonna see what's here. It is not every day that I'm out here. Like, I'm hardly ever out here. Like, I've never been out here in this part of the galaxy. So, I'm like a kid in the candy shop. I'm really looking forward to seeing what there is to find. Oh, is that going to send me to another... I didn't mean to do that. That was the wrong button. Wrong button. I mean, I was here all night last night and we were doing some things. So, I might be a little bit zonked, but, you know, I'll be here for a little bit longer today before I go. We were supposed to do some other things. Now this, what just now happened, is random. I don't know where I'm going, but I'm here, so it's whatever. Yeah, is this where we were supposed to be? This is probably where we were supposed to be initially, and I was at the wrong place. That explains everything. I'm reading the wrong information. Well... Oh, he already scanned. Well, la-di-da. Di-da-di-da. Ooh. The Endeavor is over here. But this is not... Y'all. This is not where we were supposed to meet, but the Endeavor, which is part of the expedition, is parked over there. Okay. Uh-huh. All right. All right. All right. All right. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to be ornery. I'm not going to go over there. Not going over there. I'm going somewhere else. Let's see. What looks enticing? Something random. 3 jumps away. Alright, I'm game. Let's do it.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, 7 Commander, I'm an old school gamer and exploring is my thing too. Thanks for the... Oh! Well, thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed this. Fate. Carsey. I'm not going over there because I'm a little rambunctious. I don't know. Alright. I'm notorious. Alright, I don't know how to sit still. And I don't know how to follow directions. Clearly. I kind of set my own... It's really hard for me to go on an expedition that has been pre-planned. And it's nothing against anyone that's doing it. The commanders are wonderful for doing this, and they've given me this opportunity to spread my wings, as it were. Nothing against them at all. I just have this weird nature. You can ask Commander Spartan in action, and if he finds out what I'm doing, he's going to be raising an eyebrow. Because I'm veering off course just a tiny bit. Just a little bit. I'm going to go back to the carrier, though. It's fine. Just going to look around. That's what we're here for, right? I didn't go to the meetup because I didn't see anybody at the meetup. I don't know what time they were supposed to be there. I don't know what's going on. So I'm doing this. It's fine. Look what we're finding. It's great. It's a beautiful star. There might be some planets. We don't know. Wait, we're in here. This has been. These are all probably discovered because it's within this nebula. But what if we could find something? Something of our own. There's not as many stars to choose from. I noticed that much. Coming all the way from Sagittarius A star, all of the systems that we jumped to had never been discovered before, and I was kind of surprised by that because going to Sagittarius A star. Everything's been discovered along the way, almost. You know, a lot of them have. So it's harder to find. Coming out, going towards Beagle Point, not as much has been discovered. Oh my, that was a long jump. And it's okay. It's just fine if it's already been discovered. We might land on something anyway, just for kicks. Let's just see what there is. What I want to find... Hunt me down. What I want to find is an atmospheric. Because they have life on them, and I want to see life. Right, you know what we gotta do, don't you? We're getting just a little bit away from home. There's not that many stars here to choose from, so this is dangerous. You know. Elite dangerous. How far are we willing to go? We're gonna get in trouble, aren't we? He better not leave me. How far are we willing to go? Let's just see. I don't know. Can we even get to it? 13 jumps. Not that far. That's too far. Definitely not. Alright, we're not going to be that crazy about it. Let's just... Right there. 3 jumps. 3 more jumps. It's fine. We'll at least have been out here and scanned these areas. And we'll get a bit of cartographic data, even if it's not first discovery. It's fine. And it's dark out here. Apart from the star.
Frameshift drive
Here we go. I'm gonna try not to get lost much. Honorable Starcat. Just fidgety. I can't sit still. It's so weird sometimes, a bit unexplored, even though it's right on the highway. I know. It was so odd because we went beeline straight to this waypoint, and the rest of the group is gone this way, but nothing had been discovered at all until we got right to the waypoint.
Scanning now.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Each area that I come into, let's have a look-see. These have been mapped and they've been walked on, and just as I presumed, because it's close to the waypoint. We're also going to Beagle Point, which people go there fairly frequently now that there's fleet carriers, so I'm kind of surprised. I'm wondering if Commander Spartan Action is going to join us. Then I've got some splaining to do. Like, why have I ventured so far away from the carrier? You know, it's fine. It's fine. What if we find something that no one else knew about? It's all for the good of mankind. All of humanity will appreciate what we've done.
fuel scooping.
Yeah, this has already been looked at. But if I see a decent looking one with an atmosphere of some type, I'm going to it. Because chances are there's going to be plants and we can get some exobiology as well. Now, sometimes some planets that don't have an atmosphere might have a form of life. I don't feel like it's as common though, so I don't generally go looking for that straight away. It could happen. And it feels good to explore. Commander Holbrook, if you're out there, 07, thank you for the tip on this expedition because I needed to get out of the bubble. It's not like me to stay in one place for long. Alright,
Scanning.
let's see what we got. Get to scanning, Eli. 11 bodies. They've already been discovered, I believe. But they haven't stood on it. Big Rex and Hannibal Fry, 07. I'm going to land my little cat paws on this planet. What is there to find? I don't know. Maybe we'll find some materials. I don't know. Let's go see, shall we? We're gonna get at least first footfall. And we'll see some atmosphere. Oh. I wonder if there's life. I don't know. I didn't look too much into the details, but it'll be fun just to see. Oh my goodness. You know, this game, I can get lost in this and I could be out here all day long, but I don't know if I'm gonna, but I really could. I really could. I might need to eat something though. I haven't eaten yet. So I'll have to stop for that, but I could do this all day. Does anybody else feel that way about this game? And well, it's to have a bit of freedom. I'm gonna go crazy. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell Sparta that I'm... Yeah. We'll go back home. We'll go back home. The third tab on the right will tell you if there's geological or biological. Alright. Hold on. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a scan because I'm almost there. I'm gonna land on it either way. My guess is there's going to be some materials to be had. Although, I have most of the common stuff, so... Alright, we're approaching. I wonder if there's a command for, these scanner things.
Okay.
No, I don't want you to do that. I want to do this. I'm gonna hurry up and get some exploring done before I get, you know, told.
Computers make excellent and efficient servants, but I have no wish to serve under them.
Oh, neither do I. Generally, I can scan these in maybe 3 things, but we're put 4 in it. That worked. There's nothing alive here. Nothing alive, but we are going to put our paws on it. It doesn't matter. Fristy Streams? Hello and welcome. Thank you for the raid. Hello everyone. I've gone rogue a bit and I'm exploring some stuffs. I missed the meetup. I don't know where everybody was or where we were supposed to be. I did find the Endeavor, the carrier that is part of the expedition, but they were not at the place that I thought they were going to be. Oh, this is like calling my name right here. It says land right here. This is going to be fascinating. We might find a meteorite or something in here. Or something. Oh, it's going to be a bumpy drive. Maybe we land on the edge of it. Like one of the rays here. It's a little bumpy down there in the crater itself. I mean, usually it's not that rugged, but alright, it's fine. We're just gonna get first paw fall. And then we'll be on our way. Let's boost to the edge. Maybe we'll get some pictures. Oh, there's the atmosphere I was looking for. We'll drive to it. We'll drive to the edge. I'll park over here somewhere. It's a lot further than it looked when I came down here. Yeah, I wonder how far I can go without getting stranded. This is what's gonna get me in trouble. I'm gonna get scolded because I've ventured off too far and he has to bring the carrier and come all the way out there and get me. You know, it's not my fault. Alright. Is it smooth enough to even drive? Do we even dare? Totems. There's not supposed to be anything live here, but who knows? There's not supposed to be any geological situation as far as I know. But maybe it's just interesting to look at. Deploy landing gear. Alright, let's get down here. And I thought I saw something, that's why I dipped down like that. I'm gonna let it land me because everybody said, you know, just let it land. Okay, I will. I'm doing it. Remember that one time, a couple of years ago maybe, that I got into a crater and I drove myself all across one end to the other and went up the side and got out onto the, you know, out of the crater, and that took like hours. It's way bigger than it looked. Deploy the SRV.
Deploy.
Let's go for a little explore. There's nothing live here, but we got business to tend to. And that business is making first footfall. Because why not? Uh-huh. Right, we're going this way. Ouch. Oh, the great dunes of wherever this is. The great dunes of Plio Scray. Planet number something. I'm going to get on the edge and we're going to peer across the vastness of the crater. Are we going to go down in there? I don't know. There's some signals down there. We probably can find some metals of all sorts. But do we dare? I don't know. Being messaged, but I don't think anyone is aware that I have ventured away from where I'm supposed to be. I'm on the run. Oops. Wipe out. It's that rock. It's not my fault. Okay, here we go. My golly, how much gravity do we have here? Not enough. Now I've lost my way. I think it's this way. Oh no. I can't hold myself together. The dunes are starting to all look alike. Okay, we're almost there. We are in one of the rays coming off of this crater, so it's got a nice textured, soft floofiness. Which means, hold on. Trying to remember which buttons do what. No, not that one. No. No. Ugh. There we go. A bumpy ride. Are we even to the edge yet? Where even is it? Way over there? Oh, my camera. My camera's doing weird things. Wait, just go this way. Just drive. Why you gotta be fancy? Trying to find where it is. Am I in it and didn't even know? Is it one of them shallow type situations? Hold on. We have to get a closer look. One moment. Oh, we're going the wrong way. Make a left. Right, we'll turn left and we'll go there to the edge. Why do I keep keybinds? There's so many of them. They get fouled up sometimes. Here we go. Once we get there, you know, we're just gonna get there. That's it. Nothing much. I've got to get out of the car. Okay, now I've lost my bearing. See? See? It just, this is, you know what? All right. Leave me no choice. This is just how it's gotta be. And there it is, the first footfall on this planet. Easy. There's nothing here to scan. There's no exobiology. But there is a beautiful sky. And rocks. Over to my left, some rocks. And a bit of sand. And if you'll look over to my right, more rocks. And more sand. That's right. Fascinating. El Mundo de Hades. Hello, 07. And thank you for the follow. Alright, let's get back in the car. You know, we don't want to be terribly irresponsible. We could get out there and just... things not go well at all. Where's all my signals? They're off that way, but I don't think that's the right way. Alright, hold on. Try to maintain the course. Right there it is. Let's go. Okay. If we go down in there, which I'm not promising I'm going down in there, but if I go down in there, there's sure to be some metals or something. Because I do believe this planet has got some metals. And I mean, it's a crater. I mean, what's the purpose of it if it doesn't have some metals? Not saying they're going to be fancy ones. There's no geological activity here to create some type of fancy crystal situation. But, I mean, you know, it might be a meteorite. Right, here we are on the outside of the situation. It doesn't look terribly deep, but looks can be deceiving. I'm going right there. It looks smooth. I'm going to plant the ship there because I'm sure by now it has taken off without me. Okay, see? It's misleading. It looks like it's close. It isn't close. It's going to be far. That's what we're here for, and that's why we brought the car. Evening. Well, it is morning for me. It is morning. You know what? It's morning to me because I was here all night last night until about 6:30 something a.m. and then I have come back, and it is now 2:47 p.m. So it's afternoon. It feels like morning. I'm not probably going to be here much longer because the meetup that I was supposed to be at, it either didn't happen or it happened and I don't know where they are. I'm definitely not in the area now. There's nothing here. Nothing here but blue skies and fascination. There's something on my radar though, and I want to go see if it's something fancy. Sometimes you can find crashed ships on places. One never knows. Then it's one of those signals that it looks prominent and everything's great, and then it disappears. It's like, why? Why is it disappearing? Explain yourself. It's a tease. Am I going out of the... I'm going out of the crater now? Is that what's happened? It looks like it. Yep. Wow, it's a shallow crater. It's not like the craters I've met before. This must be a very old crater. Odd. Odd that there's no strong signal down here. You know what I'm gonna do though? Before we leave, because we're not done. We had other planets to go to, or other systems to go to. I was gonna venture as far away as I could and see what we could find. Because, you know, we got some exploring to do. It's a private group. Yeah. I'm currently in a private group because we were supposed to do the meetup. I'm kind of far. Let me show you where I'm at. Alright. Here's the explanation. I'm on an expedition. It's called Passage to Andromeda. It's a group on EDSM. We started in the bubble, of course, and we made our way somewhere. Not over there. Somewhere along the way here. Then we went to Sagittarius A star, and now we're here. No, space. See, I can't even talk. Space madness has not yet set in. Primarily because I'm traveling on a fleet carrier that is not my own. Commander Spartan in Action is commander of that. And right now I've kind of just skittered off in my Diamondback Explorer and I'm looking around. We are headed towards Beagle Point. And eventually, after that, which I've never been to Beagle Point, so that'll be fun. After that, we're making our way to the opposite side of the galaxy. Over to here. There ain't nothing here. I don't even see any stars here. How do you get here? Is this real? Is this real life? If I scroll in, I don't know. Explain yourself. And this is called Star 1? Okay, so that's the story. Rikers with carriers. The only way to reach that far. But good luck though. Thank you. I'm going back to the fleet carrier. Right now I'm just, you know, gone a little bit rogue and have striked out on my own just to look around and see what's here. How else am I going to do it if I'm trapped inside the carrier? I can only go where the carrier goes, and I can't sit still. So here we are. I'm up here to take a picture. There. There we are. Taking a picture. We shall have us looking off into the distance. Oh, yes. No. I like this. First footfall on this planet, but not first discovery. Someone else has mapped and discovered this as well. Here we go. I have no reason to be here other than pure curiosity. And you know what they say about curiosity. And cats. Let's get back in the car. We've got other places to go. I would say people to see, but I don't know where they are. So let's find a smooth spot. There is no smooth spot. In the crater? Was there a smooth spot? Oh, right there. Didn't I say I was gonna go there? And then I ended up not. Oh. And why is it that other people can use their thrusters to go into the air and they go straight up or they go wherever they want to go, but I always go everywhere else but that? And then I turn a flip. I don't know. I guess I don't know how to do it any other way. It's always got to be fancy. Let's get down here. As I said I was coming down here. I might as well come down here. Must be a key binding thing. Okay. Orion, recall the ship.
Affirmative. Stand by.
Okay, well you're dark, but you know, I forget we have a lot of crew now. Get down here. You're gonna have to find me. Like, put it in a smooth, nice, cozy spot.
Initiating landing protocols.
You're completing the codex? Oh, you need to control the SRV in midair. I try, but the thing I do, it does the opposite. And then I try to correct it, and then it doesn't correct, and I'm like, what? What? I have been working on this for years. Lights off.
Off.
Thanks. I don't think I need the lights right now. But I appreciate it. Alright, Orion. Let's get out of here. The SRV by default answers like a plane. Up is down. Yeah, that's what I thought too. And I fly planes in War Thunder, but it just doesn't feel the same. And then maybe too, I'm using the HOTAS in this game, but I don't use the HOTAS in War Thunder, so maybe there's something to it. I need to learn how to do it correctly. So when it starts rolling forward, I try to raise it up. That doesn't work. If I push it forward, it just rolls. So I'm like, what do you want from me? I don't understand. Please explain. Let's go explore other things. I just want to see what else is out here. What else I have the time? Which I don't have that much time, but here we are. We're doing it. Anyway, we're a little bit. Just a little bit. We won't be here for long. I keep saying that, and then we're still here. For like a couple hours already. Departure handover.
Ascending to 30 meters.
We'll land on another planet. We're gonna find other things to do. I need to figure out,
Landing gear retracted.
yeah, how far I can get without getting into too much trouble. I'm gonna get in trouble.
Do try to have an original thought. It's so very important.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Frameshift drive charging.
I mean, I don't know what you're talking about, Eli, but
3, 2,
all of my thoughts are original. And they don't connect either. Where's our atmosphere go? I don't know. Well, that was entertaining. Let's go find some more stuff to do before we have to leave. Alright. far can we go without dying? I feel like all of these have probably been looked at. Alright, let's go. Engage hyperspace.
Okay.
Frameshift drive charging.
Wonder if there's anything here that hasn't been discovered. I'm guessing because it's a nebula, it's kind of a common stopping point. People look around, but I didn't really. It was dark. It was like coal sack. When you go to coal sack, it's just dark. That's pretty much it. Maybe I just didn't look in the right spot. That could be. I don't know.
Scanning now.
Fuel scooping. System scan complete.
Fair enough. Got a little bit of a drink. Let's move on. We're not going to engage the jumponium because we're going to get in trouble if we do that. Engage hyperspace. We have close to, what do we have? 62 light year jump range on this with all the stuff that's in it right now. This is pretty good. That's pretty good. Reaper, thank you for following. 07.
3, 2, 1. Engage.
So, I'm not going to go too terribly far, but now I'm going to have to keep in mind that I have to go back to the carrier, and I can't ask for him to come and get me. Although, you know, he might. But I'm going to get a scolding if he has to, because we're wasting fuel if we do that and wasting time. And so, yeah, I need to hurry and get back to the carrier before he moves. I wonder what the next waypoint is. I'll look at that before we go. This is a long jump.
As you wish.
Oh. What did I wish? I don't recall. Stuff to do. Woohoo. Of course someone's been here. But guess what? There's no footfall. There's an atmosphere. That one we can't land on, but that one we could. Let's land on this one. Sulfur dioxide. I don't think there's... we don't know what's there yet. We gotta scan it. It's probably not much, but who knows?
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Okay, I should be doing the FSS, but the system has been scanned before, so mapping this planet and getting first footfall is something. We can say, hey, Commander Starcat was here. This is a new thing now. If you don't have Odyssey, you can't get first footfall. You can get first discovery, but you gotta have space legs to do the thing. Oh, watch me go overshoot it because I'm thinking too much about it. Loop-de-doo-doo. Here we go. Commander Tony Curtis, 07. No, it's not a 24-hour stream, but that might be fun someday. We can do that. No, I came here because the expedition was supposed to have a meetup. And maybe they did, but I couldn't find them. And I don't know where they are. And when I asked for a wing invite, I didn't get one. So I didn't want to press. I didn't want to press on it. So I'm just doing what I really like to do is go rogue and exploring some things. That's all. You'll never find me, Commander Tony Curtis. And it's lucky for you. It's lucky for you. Right now, you can breathe easy knowing that Commander Starcat 70 is not in a bubble. When I get back, though, you probably should go hide. Just saying. I'm not even going to tell you when I'm coming back. Just going to show up. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Whilst I'm thinking about all of that, I forgot to do this. I don't even know if I needed that many since I'm so close to it. Oh. I probably missed a spot. Got it.
Surface scan.
There are no live beings on this forsaken rock. That's right. You're playing Black Desert. Do you play Cycles Frontier? What's it called? Cycle Frontier? Do you play that? Autumn season character is out now. Oh man. I bet Orion would tell us when you're coming back. He'd probably tell exactly where I was. She's over there. Not sabotaging me at all, is he? Never. He'd never sabotage me. Oh, this is a nice crater right here. We're gonna get first footfall inside this crater. Might as well just fly into it instead of driving and know how that went. There's nothing here. There's no life to speak of. Unfortunate. That's just making me think of pizza. Golly. Man, I'm hungry. I told you I didn't eat yet because I woke up. I was almost late. I was like, oh no, the meeting is coming up. I go and I'm already late to the meeting. Already late to whatever's happening. And then some changes were made and some people couldn't make it. So here we are. We're goofing off. What's new? You know. It's not my fault. Oh, there's the atmosphere that we were looking for. Really? You've played Cycle Frontier? I just started playing it. I just thought it might be right up someone's alley who's into... Okay, do you play Escape from Tarkov? Is it similar to that? And, you know, some people like to wait by extraction points and take people out. Like noobs. Like me. Bit of a lonely meetup then. Yeah, but you know what, Phaser? You know me. It's almost like I thrive just being out here on my own. I don't even know how to act when it's a meetup. Look, a crater within a crater. Let's settle here. This is where we're going to make our first footfall. Deploy landing gear. Escape from tacos? Really? I'm shocked.
Landing gear deployed.
Scraps, hello, 07. How are you? Escape from tacos. Tarkov, indeed. I played a little bit, but I'm waiting. I mean, well, I've kind of looked at it a little bit. But I want to play it. Because here's what it is. I just like adventure. And those games, Cycle Frontier and Escape from Tarkov, things like that, you can just go places and do stuff. Why is this trying to land me here? This is auto landing. I was recommended to auto land and it didn't even want to do that much. So I had to nudge it. I'm just saying. I'm getting in the car. But anyway, so those games are adventure to me. It's open world. You can go around. Yeah, there's quite a bit of danger involved because in Cycle Frontier you can get killed by aliens, but then there's also other players that want to take your stuff. So it adds a little bit of, you know, something to it. So you gotta sneak and hide and so on and so forth. Well, I was thinking about playing it last night when we, or this morning, when we finished Elite and got to the area that we're supposed to be and started playing Breakpoint. It was a toss-up between Breakpoint and Cycle Frontier, but maybe it's gonna have to be a separate stream altogether, but I don't know if you guys would be interested in that at all. Let me get on foot because we are doing a thing. I'm gonna dip our toe into this spot. Look how pretty it is. Oh my. First footfall on Plyo Scray something. This feels heavy. I'm in the Artemis suit, so I should be able to launch pretty high, but it feels heavy, like it's just pulling the gravity. Ow. Okay, so well, at least it doesn't land upside down like it. What do you mean? Not my fault. I didn't do it. You can see the nebula right there. Looming. The harbinger of doom. Right, let's go over here. I'm supposed to be in that nebula right now. No, but alas, I'll come out here and done this instead. Oh. Sometimes the drone camera gets a little glitchy. A lot of use, you know. There we go. We're staying close to our vehicle because of the dangers. All these dangers that are around. No, I'm not leaving the Nexus, Scraps. Okay, here's what's happened. I came to do the meeting, and when we got to the waypoint area, I looked to see where the planet was that we were supposed to go to, and it was two hops away from the waypoint. So I hopped over there, and then I was like, nobody's here, so a little curiosity happened, and then I started jumping around looking at other stuff. That's my excuse. I'm pretty sure it's not my fault that I'm out here. If Commander Spartan in Action finds that I have drifted too far from the carrier, I mean, I'm not saying he would leave me behind, but he might pretend that he's going to. He might be trying to teach me a lesson if he finds out. So, this is on the down low. We're just going to keep it quiet. That I have gone on and explored without him. Yeah. You didn't see anything. Toodles. Toodaloo. Oh my goodness. You know, but I'll be back. I'm going back. I'm not staying out here forever. Look, I'm getting on board this ship, and I'm gonna go somewhere. And you know what I blame this on? I feel like I'm still asleep. I took a nap after 6 whatever a.m. it was. And then I got here as soon as I could for the meetup thing, whatever. And I might be just dreaming. This is all a dream. You all are dreaming too. Departure handover.
Ascending to 30 meters.
It's all an illusion. We're not really here. I didn't just leave the Nexus behind. I'm dreaming of pizza and donuts and things like that. Yeah. Engage Super Cruise.
Engage frameshift drive charging.
Thank you.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
I haven't found any life out here. It's a bit disconcerting. I thought we were gonna find some, but no, not yet. Where'd the atmosphere go?
Playing entry.
Huh?
Eden.
Josephson Junction. This is a narrow constriction in a ring of superconductor. Current can only move around the ring because of quantum laws. The apparatus provides a neat way to investigate the properties of quantum mechanics.
There's no atmosphere. There was an atmosphere.
Nominal.
I'm too confused. Why was there not an atmosphere? I just want pizza. Good grief. Why does everything look like pizza? I'm gonna have to set a time limit for my excursion. And where was the atmosphere? There wasn't an atmosphere. I'm getting too far from home. Where are we? Oops. It's fine. It's fine. Shh, 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 shh. What's this? Blue-white. That's attractive. We're gonna get stranded, aren't we? Is it too far? It's 3 hops. Okay, y'all don't see anything. Nothing's happening. It's not my fault. Engage hyperspace.
Hyperspace
Drive charging.
Meow. Here, kitty kitty. Orion. Okay, Orion. Feed the cat.
4, 3, 2.
Thank you. Next time, don't feed the cat, like, directly on the dash. We have work to do.
Scanning.
Thank you.
Fuel scooping.
Ooh, there's stuff here. Hold on. Before we go out of this area. It's probably been discovered before. The same guy. You know what I'm looking for, though. There. Right there. There's biologicals here. What kind?
Fuel scooping complete.
Oh, I can't wait. Let's go look. just like speed running some exploration. I'm gonna go back to the fleet carrier. I'm not leaving for good. Although, I don't know if it's true, but I almost feel like traveling across the galaxy is faster in a Diamondback Explorer than it is in a fleet carrier. And it's cheaper. Way cheaper. I'm just saying. Don't tell him I said that, because then he'll be like, oh ho ho, you don't need the fleet carrier, do you? Well, we'll see how you fare without one. I don't want that to happen, so shh. Thank you for following Vagabond Soul. That's kind of where I'm at. Nice name. Phaser. Phaser, don't go announce it in the Discord, please. Don't take screenshots and post it. I'll deny it, all of it. I'll say that it was Orion, it wasn't me. Leaving for good is good. Oh gosh. Stu 00707. How are you? Thank you for following. Saying. So don't go announcing it, Phaser. I mean, you know. Please. I'm not ready to get completely stranded. It's okay if I could stretch out a little bit, you know, just and then come back. I have a place to come back and then relax, you know. But I'm just saying, it just seems faster because when we're sitting there waiting for the cooldown and we're waiting for the next destination to, you know, to jump to whatever, you know, the 15 minutes, 18, whatever it is, 18 minutes altogether, waiting for the next jump. I could be like halfway there, or I don't know, almost there to the next spot. It's 500 light years. Let's see. I get about 60. If I take everything off, I'll get a 67 light year jump range. And if I do more engineering, I might get close to 70. I don't know. And yeah, it's not that far. Put some jumponium in there and just get after it. And what if I come across a neutron star? I'm just saying, game changer, right there. I can get to the destination pretty darn quick. I mean, granted, I'm gonna be jumping a lot, and then the space madness might ensue. But right now, it's been pretty chill. It's pretty relaxed. DBX is quicker? Yeah, that's what I figured too. It feels like it. Harrier probably better on sanity. That's what I've noticed, Scraps. I have noticed that because the first time I went to Sagittarius A-star, it took me months, and that's just because I was exploring everything I could find. And I was documenting it in video. And then I was editing video. And so it took forever to get where I was going. There was a definite amount of space madness, and I had only gone to Sagittarius A. I didn't even go to Beagle Point. So I can't even imagine if I started from the bubble and went all that way. That would have been different. Bacterium fontanticula, which I didn't see at the other place, and that's what we have here. I need to change that keybind, because look what that does. Why? My signals filter. Why is it on that? I don't know. I don't know who did that. Probably me. What are we looking for? Anything. Anything at this point. Let's go find it. At least the fleet carrier has a bar, right? Yeah, indeed. You got a place to stretch your legs and just, you know, you can just whatever, you know. You don't get a beverage though. They just false advertising. But you know, someday maybe. It's a little stingy on that. You can sit and have a chat though. Bring your own drink. It's BYOB. Bring your own. I'm gonna land somewhere that's blue greenish, and fingers crossed we're gonna actually find a thing. Maybe. I'm gonna have. You know what? How long have I been here? I don't even know. I didn't mean to be here this long. So, you know, we'll go in just a bit because I'm gonna have to eat something. Oh my gosh, I'm starving. Oh. And if that was just water, you know, instead of just that. I mean, it already looks like water. Can't that just be a, you know, and then splash down? Just saying. Where should we find any of those living beings? Right, we're just gonna get down here because it said it would be around here somewhere. That means we're gonna do some scanning if we find it. What? Why did it make a beep sound? You didn't tell me something. Oh, am I already seeing something? Deploy landing gear. It just like grew right then and there. It's like, this is definitely progressive. This is not... Yeah, this creates itself as you get here. This is like one of those things like, you know, in quantum... What is it? Quantum... Oh, there's some stuff. Where if you observe the thing, it behaves differently than if you don't observe it. Well, how would you know? Okay, anyway. So, deploy the SRV.
Deploy.
Excellent. Let's get on with it. Okay, but you didn't. That's okay. I got it. Just needed one more. It was the cat. The cat's running across the... Goodness. Cat's running across the console and pressing buttons and not getting things done. That's just unacceptable. Commander Henry Kissinger, 07. Welcome and thank you for following. I'm gonna start over here and work my way around because, you know, we've got to find 3 different samples and I don't know if they're gonna be within view. What?
The construct of an undisciplined intellect.
Right then. Okay. That it? That's all you gotta say to me, Dark? Alright. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Nuggets of wisdom out here. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. We have the appropriate gear on. Let's go. We're gonna scan some stuff. Finally! Finally a living thing! First footfall, by the way. I know this has already been discovered place, but they didn't put their feet on it. They didn't put their toes in the sand.
Unidentified phenomena.
Excellent. Let's go find some more. Should I walk to it? I don't think it's gonna be that easy, is it? It's not terribly far. Alright, I'll take the car. I always make this mistake of not taking the car, and then I need something, and then it's like, where is it? Oh, it's back of the car. I'm gonna walk all the way back. You know. Look at that beautiful sky, though. Pretty. You know? Just can't take that for granted. It's just pretty. I'm gonna go over here. Let's see if these are the ones that are going to be our other 2 samples, but I kind of doubt it. One never knows unless you try. So glad to finally find something, though. For the longest time, we've been going around not finding things. And here we are. Right. In the middle of a forest, practically. Not really, but kind of. Forest of whatever these are. Nope, that we can't scan. That one's already done for. It's not gonna be that close. They're gonna make me go over the mountain. Find it, I bet you. I have taken it for granted that these are here, and I haven't gone over to it and looked at it closely. Let's have a look, shall we? These must thrive in colder climates. Whoops, always does that. How dare you? Interesting. Sometimes these plant life makes sounds. I don't know if these are making a sound or not. We'd have to pause the music. Let's see. Hold on, let me find it. Let me find the music over here in the source. It might take a moment. Maybe. Just pause it for a second. Shh. Okay. Bit quiet. Fair enough. There we are, frolicking in the fields of Fontaculiolo or whatever it's called. Documented. Now we gotta find the others. Oh. Yes. Pleasant. It's pleasant here. Oh, here's one. Okay, I'll just call it right now. After this, I gotta go back home. We found something to scan. We'll go back home. We'll turn in our cartographic data. We'll try to behave ourselves. Where's the car? Wouldn't it be nice if you can call the car to come to you, like you can call your ship? Ideas. You can name it like something, you know? Like, I don't know. What would I name my car? Max. I would call it Max. I would say Max. Come here, Max. And it would come? Wouldn't that be great? Maximilian. That's what I think I will call it. We're gonna have to drive a little bit further away in order to find our last sample, and then we can go. What was the other thing that was supposed to be here? Bacterium? Well, we found this in the stead. Alright. Let's go find some more that are slightly different genetic makeup. To complete our sample for the science and the good of mankind. So when they want a salad, they can come out here and get one. Fresh. Yeah. Or whatever this might be useful for. We don't know. I wonder if that over there is a fresh sample. They all look the same. How, I don't know. I just don't know. Wait, there's something else here. There it is. Metallic meteorite. Remember I was talking about that earlier as well? That maybe we'll find a metallic meteorite. And we have. Yay. Combat mode.
Acknowledged.
Thanks. Ew, parts. Selenium. Deploy cargo scoop.
Deployed.
Why, thank you, sir. Right. Yes, kitty, it's fine. I want the selenium for sure. There's more metallic meteorites. This is how it is. When I go to look for it, I can't find it. And then it's right there to distract. How far away is it? I've got to scan this plant. Alright, let me scan the plant.
Tell me, are you whining right now?
No, I'm
Your
not.
vocal patterns indicate discontent. I can leave if you wish.
Yes, please. Thank you. She just basically said I was whining. I don't recall whining. I don't think that was a pattern of whininess. Oh. I found the last sample. I think.
Scanning now.
Success.
Adding information.
I kind of want to use voice attack, but I need to train Windows voice recognition. Yes. And Windows doesn't want to cooperate with me. Mine doesn't always. Mine doesn't always cooperate, and sometimes that could be entertaining. Depending on who your voice pack is. If you get voice pack Orion, beware. And Jazz, sometimes. Sometimes. I want to use it in English, and since I'm a Spanish speaker, apparently doesn't recognize my accent, but does it not just adjust to however you say things, though? I mean, over time, and that's part of the reason we have to train it, right? Because sometimes I don't speak right, and I mean, I'm speaking all different types of ways, and it will know. So I think because I'm commonly doing that. Ooh, cadmium though. So if it's common and it knows it's common, it should know what you're saying. And also, if you go into a setting, deploy cargo scoop.
Deploy.
If you go into a setting within voice attack, within the voice pack, you can put your own word there and it should recognize whatever it is you're saying. So I wonder if that would help. But either way, some of these things are set up to recognize a British speaking voice, because there's some ways. What was it? There was a few words that I used to say that it would not recognize what the heck I was saying unless I pronounced it in a British accent. And I have a terrible British accent, and so sometimes that happens. I think it was inventory. Like if I say inventory, it has no clue. But if I say inventory, it knows. See, it knows what I'm saying. But if I say inventory, it has no clue. But I say inventory.
Affirmative.
See, they know what I'm saying. Close panel. So I think there's still hope. Just try to speak British, it'll be fine. So even for me, some of it doesn't work. I'm just saying. I think it's doable. I really do. Anyway, it's lots of fun. And sometimes even when it turns out badly, it's entertaining at least. Did I not drive over that? I did. It just vanished. How dare it vanish when I'm right there to collect. Alright, I'm gonna get this metallic meteorite. This is valuable here, because I didn't have to go looking for that. That just landed in my lap, pretty much. What happened to my gun? No pips, no wonder. Duh. I wasn't paying attention. Tin. We always could use a bit of tin. Alright. Cadmium. I don't know what these things are for, but it doesn't matter. That's not the point. The point is we're getting it. We're gonna use it for synthesizing things. The synthesizing of things. Sulfur is pretty common. I'm almost full up of sulfur. Might as well just take it. We'll be full up by then. Alright. We've found all the things. All in the name of science. You'll do it when you get a mic. Using webcam mic. Yeah, it helps to have a mic that's closer to your face. Have this big thing. It does help. Or even just a headset mic, whatever. It helps. Because it will recognize you better. I'm jumping through a succession of undiscovered systems. Nice! I'm not stopping to map unless there's really impressive planet. I stopped to map water worlds. Earth-like worlds. If I had more time, I would do some that are metal rich. But, you know, and if there's an impressive ring, I'll scan that. But otherwise, no. And if there's an atmospheric, I might put my feet on it. That's about it. Let's go back to the ship. What did I say? I said I was going to go call it a day because we streamed all night last night. And I only thought I was going to be here briefly today from 1 p.m. to whatever. And here it is almost 4. So I haven't eaten yet. I need to eat. We'll do this more often if you guys enjoy this type of exploration and just chill, just relax, whatever. We'll do this more often. I enjoy it. It's fun. I like to see what's out here. Indeed, count me in for explorations. I love exploring the universe. I have lots of hours in Elite 2. Yeah, I have probably close to 3,000 hours now. Maybe. It's been a long time since I've been on a long explore. And so it was recommended it to me by a friend that maybe I'd be interested in this expedition, which I've never done before, and I don't know how to behave on an expedition. But here we are.
Cargo scoop retracted.
All right, let's get on board. Can't even think straight. Need pizza or something. Goodness. Oh, you have less? Can you recommend something? What is that? EDSM? Uh-huh.
Okay.
I got you more into exploration, Scraps? Nice. It's fun. It's a good time. Departure handover.
Ascending to 30 meters.
MR and kitchens are expensive too. Mm. I took the time to bookmark in my game all the historical spots from EDSM Archive Galaxy map. Ooh, nice. You probably know more about it than I do. I'm just out here random. Holy cow, that's cool. That's a good idea, actually. So when you're in the region, you can always check stuff out. Ooh, beautiful sky. This is gorgeous. I really like it when there's a blue sky and the planet is, you know, snowy. It's so pretty. And we found life on it, so that's even cooler. Lovely. That's interesting. Let's keep going. You can only escape it with a carrier. Oh, I don't own my own carrier, so golly. Oh, on. I want to write that down. Okay, it's darkness. Oof. Alright, we gotta go home. Didn't I say I was gonna go home? Did I say I was gonna go home? There's nothing here. I mean, as far as others are not here. Oh wait, I forgot to go the rest of the way. Alright. Okay, I said I was gonna go home, but I don't, okay, let's just do this. Engage hyperspace on my mark.
Okay.
Ooh, pretty. Engage. Oh wait, that's a planet. That ain't it. Next system. Thanks. Engage hyperspace. Ooh, paying attention. This is why you shouldn't fly when you're half asleep. And you haven't had pizza. I'm gonna get trapped out here, aren't I? I'm gonna make a silly mistake. No, nobody has to know. We'll find a way. We'll find a way. Just wondering how far above. Ooh.
Acknowledged.
Acknowledged indeed. Did you see that? Alright, hold on. Before we go to the next system.
Fuel scooping.
I bet it's fuel scooping. Holy schmolians! It's enormous! Hold on. Is there a planetary of any kind? Is any noteworthy? No, there's not. Well, I mean, it probably is, but we're gonna move on. This is big stuff. Golly. There. Oof. Alright. Engage hyperspace on my mark.
Standing by.
Engage.
Hyperspace drive charge.
Maybe we won't get too toasty roasty. That thing is pulling on us though. It's fine.
4, 3.
It's really beautiful. Lovely. Never know what you're gonna find. I have found systems with multiple black holes and neutron stars, like 2-3 neutron stars, the same system.
Affirmative.
That was a long time ago when I went to Sagittarius A star. I was like going all different directions off of the beaten path. And that was very enjoyable indeed.
Fuel scooping complete.
Okay, look what we found. It's mine. It's all mine. Wow. Let's get out here and do the thing. Impressive. I'm in the right mode. Scanner mode.
Affirmative.
Thanks. I appreciate you very much. Most of the time. Let's scan the one thing. Or the... Maybe there's 19 signals. Oh, Yahtzee! Didn't I say I was gonna go to the carrier and we were gonna call it a day? Well, what I meant was, after this... It wasn't me that said that. not my fault. We're going over here. Because, you know, that's what you're supposed to do. Just following orders. Or something like that. Metal Ridge. Yahtzee. We're hitting the jackpot. I hope I don't fall into the star while I'm doing this. I should have flown away from it, but I wasn't expecting so much rich stuff. I didn't think there was going to be anything undiscovered. There's still more stuff here somewhere. Let me get a little bit off the star, because it might be on the other side of the star and I can't see it. Thank you, El Mundo. I wasn't expecting that. But I thought if we eventually, you know, we're going to come across something if we go a little out of the way. Let me get out of this orbital, whatchamacallit. Alright. Let's see. Where's the rest of it? Oh. Did I forget something? Maybe some moons? Well, we'll put our feet on at least one of these. We'll find the best.
System scan complete.
Alright. Very, very good. Now we definitely have to go back to the carrier because we won't get credit for it. Oh my, we're all spread out. Let's just go to the closest one. No volcanism though. Hold on. Hold on. Let me rethink that. We might have to sacrifice time. There's iron magma. We're going right here. Right here. Right there. It's gonna take a second. It's fine. It's not like going to Hutton Orbital. You know. I don't think. No, see? It's not that far. Man, you can really feel the heat in this system. A little toasty roasty. Lovely. Okay, so we're gonna find some iron magma. That'll be fun. We'll test it out and see how long we can withstand the heat. Okay, I'm gonna have to be more careful than usual. Usually, I would just stand in it and see what happens. But we're a little too far from home, and we don't want to lose any data, although some people have said you won't lose your data, but I think you're gonna lose some data. I mean, I could be wrong. What if we did? Just to be on the safe side. We'll be careful. Collection of wonders sound familiar. You don't want to know where it came from before I fell on your street. Oh! You know what? I heard that search terms for my stream is ASMR. And I'm like, what? I didn't choose that. Who chose that? Oh, by the way, I'm not talking about another stream. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, if you were led here as a suggestion from something, it's not my fault. I'm sorry. You're talking about a system? Okay. Now I'm curious. You've got me curious. Speedy. They're on the safe side. Going to be careful. I'm not sure how much of that I believe. I know. Absolutely not. I never know. Although I have to admit, you have a soothing. I have been told by someone from another country. They said that I sound like I'm from the Midwest. I am not from the Midwest, but we can pretend. But thank you, though. I appreciate it. There's a system that has 174 bodies. Oh, can you imagine scanning that? You know what? Back in the olden days, when you had to fly to all the things, oof. The most I ever found when I was out exploring was something like 78, I think it was. And I said, no, I'm not scanning every single one of these. So I just chose a few. And I flew to a few of them. And that was all. But golly, that was before the FSS. I don't even imagine. Okay, wait, I gotta scan this. Because what am I doing? I'm just yapping. I'm just yammering. Nope. That'd be simply nope. I know. And mapping them? Nope. Not unless it's a value, large amounts of value. Did we just scan this whole thing in 2 probes? Alright, alright. Boomer rolls, we got vents. And I need to change the mapping of my signals filter because it just bounces. What? Vents. And let's just, whatever we find, we find. I don't see it separate. I feel like they're all in the same spot anyway, so let's just go. Wrong button. Let's go. Alright, here we go. Demon Max, hello. I just said I was gonna name my SRV Max 07, and thank you for following. Okay, now for the lava situation, we need to go on the dark side. And on the dark side, we don't have cookies, but we got marshmallows. We'll roast them over here if we can find the proper structure. Bad Rabbit 07, thank you for the follow. Speedy, sometimes wonder if the actual exploration progress in the game overall has slowed down since Odyssey because there's now more to see along the way. Yes. In scanning exobiology stuff, that I mapped all the 174 bodies. El Mundo! Holy moly, 07. Jeez. Really? Did you really? Oh my gosh, that would take some time. Dedication indeed. 4 days. That's content. 4 days of content right there. I'm gonna land over here somewhere. Now, how do I know what I'm getting myself into other than a pancake if I don't straighten my attitude up here? Man, I'm hungry. I want pancakes. And let me get down here. We're just gonna look and see if we see something. This is kind of dark over here. Dark and everything. Yes, I know, it's too steep. Alright, I came into... Oh. Night vision? Orion? Night vision?
Okay.
Thanks. Okay, now there should be something around down here somewhere. I dropped out too soon. I didn't get close enough, but it's okay. 12 bodies per star. Oof. And each body had like 9 moons, of course. And there was even moons of moons. Oh my. Night vision before you flatten yourself. I know. I remember back in the old days, night vision used to be more, visiony. More brighty. Now it's not. Oh. Wait, are we already finding something or is that just rocks? That's probably just rocks. I'll go slow because sometimes it appears out of nowhere. It's supposed to be here anywhere. I'm sure there's a system out there with over 200 bodies. Oh, you've never used it before recently? Ah, you're sure of it? I bet there is. Because there's so much stuff that we have yet to discover. Anything can happen, right? There's probably one out there with more than 200. But as far as anything that I've discovered personally, I think it was only 78. But I've come across, systems with lots of stuff in it. Lots of good stuff. I don't see anything here. Am I gonna have to jump up? it said... I know. Is it just gonna appear out of nowhere? I'm thinking it would be in either crater or in a crevice. Is that one? What is that? Oh, there it is. Oh, it looks different than I remember. Deploy landing gear.
Gear down.
Night vision.
Acknowledged.
I just want to see if I can see it. Why is it so dark? These are just vents. My gosh. Less than 6%, I think, of what? To those who don't have much idea of ED, as of July, only 0.0. Oh, you're talking about how much has been discovered. I mean, it's just like, there's so much here. Oh.
Humans have always suggested that gaining knowledge by observation alone won't cut it for them. Their uniqueness for interfering with the course of nature has been apparent since their very beginnings. Pushing along, accelerating their evolution much faster than nature intended. Motivated by self-preservation, a survival instinct in its purest and most primitive form, they knowingly destroy everything around them.
Okay. Words of wisdom from Orion. Thank you.
You're welcome, Commander.
All right. Let's get back to exploring, sir. Let's get back to destroying everything. That's what we're here for. These aren't glowing, though. I'm disappointed. This is not the magma situation that I thought we were getting into.
Low gravity warning.
Nevertheless, we must press on because science requires it. Maybe we'll find some crystals or some such. I haven't found anything over 100 myself, but have heard of ones over 200 before. I'm pretty sure I've heard of it, but I don't recall if I've been to one. It's possible. You know. It's possible. Which reminds me I have to go out again and start HMS system surveying again. I found one place that goes to over, and most of them gone up to 150 underscore. 0.018 of the galaxy has been discovered on EDS. Oh my goodness. Got EDSM open over here, but I haven't really looked at it yet as far as that, all of those informations go. But golly. Crystalline fragments, y'all. I mean, I might not find lava spouts yet, but there's something. By golly. Man, the terrain is more accurate than I recall it ever having been. Combat mode. Orion, combat mode. Combat mode?
Affirmative.
Thanks. Deploy cargo scoop.
Deploy.
Let's grab that. Can always use some zinc, can't we? I mean, I didn't expect to be gathering materials out here, but you know what I need to do, which I have forgotten?
Cargo scoop retracted.
Alright, I think we're the first footfall, but I don't know. Well, yeah, we discovered this. I forgot. This is ours. Woo! Plant the flag. We're staying. A little steamy. Lights. Lights on. Turn the light on. Thanks.
Shield activated.
It's like a hot spring situation, a little sauna. It's nice. Sure, we're not heating up at all. Oops. Every time I turn that camera on, by golly, it tries to leave. Oh, look, it's perfect. Nice and relaxing, good for the muscles. A bit dark. Not much we can do as far as pictures go. Okay, I was expecting glowing hot magma. I didn't know it was going to be like this. Oh, I wonder if there is magma around here somewhere. I would expect they would overlap, but I guess not. I don't know. Alright. Don't get yourself killed. We gotta get back to the car and all that business. Man. Wait, that's not the car. I'm starting to see things. There's the place that we came from. It's watching me. We have to go back. We've got to turn in this data. Now, we can go back and at least feel like we've accomplished something. We've accomplished great things today. Oh, but this is just between you and I. We don't have to tell Commander Spartan in action. He doesn't care about this stuff anyway. And if you're watching Commander Spartan in action, it's not my fault. I was trying to meet up with the expedition, and I'm looking for him, and I haven't found him yet. I've looked everywhere. They're just not here. Ooh, niobium. I only have 8 of those. We can use that for something. That's called trading for other good stuffs. That's what you do. Trading for other rich stuffs. Might as well collect while it's here. Because, I mean, you know. Oh, we're already filled up of that one. The cobble's not going to hold as much stuff of value as I want. So, maybe we'll hit it. Anyway. I prefer the crystalline. Nickel. I probably need it to repair the SRV. I mean, not that I ever get into accidents or anything like that. I'm perfectly professional and safe at all times. Mostly. Alright, let's go. We don't see anything else, it's fine. We need to get back home. We need to behave ourselves and get on with our day. I mean, I like night vision, it's useful and everything, but sometimes it's just more attractive going like this. I don't know. Nice and mysterious. Eight jumps to the next star type? You're hunting wolf rats. Yeah, okay. I've got to go back home. I've had my fun. Board the ship.
Okay,
Oh, wait.
executing now.
I forgot to put the cargo scoop away. Sorry. You were going to board it anyway.
Securing the ship.
I didn't see magma yet, though. departure handover.
Ascending to 30 meters.
You do that, and I'm going to skim the surface, as it were. I can't see a thing. Night vision.
Acknowledged, Commander.
I hate to do it, but I can't see anything. I mean, you'd think that these things would be close together. And how am I going to know what the heck it is? It looks the same. Only if it's glowing will I know.
Playing entry. Eden.
0 point energy. Even at absolute zero, the lowest temperature possible, nothing has zero energy. In these conditions, particles and fields are in their lowest energy state, with an energy proportional to Planck's constant.
Extraordinary.
Extraordinary. Thank you.
You're welcome, Commander.
Always trying to teach me new things, but do I retain it? Probably not very much. Because then I'm not going to have space for looking at all this stuff in my mind. It'll be full up of all them facts. We don't need... Who needs facts? We need adventure. Just kidding. One more jump. All right. We are having good times out here in the galaxy. Just want to find some magma. It's so pretty. That's why I chose the dark side. I don't see any magma. It should be here somewhere. It's supposed to be in this region. I don't know if those are things or not things. I don't think those are things. I would have thought it would be there near the vents, but no, I didn't see anything glowing. I didn't mean to land. We're going this way. There's a valley, maybe, or no, that's a crater. Sometimes what looks like a rock is a magma. There's a something. What is it? It's a vent, right? Alright, one more time. Let's get in the car. Deploy the SRV. I mean, no, landing gear. Deploy landing gear. Clearly, we should not be doing this when we are in this state of falling asleepedness and hunger. I don't even have a snack in here. What? How am I this unprepared? Deploy the SRV. I don't think we're gonna find what we're looking for. Something tells me. But we must press on. One never knows. I can't see anything. Oh. I mean, worst case scenario, we've gotten some, you know, materials. I did do a scan of that vent, I believe, that we saw earlier. Alright, I'm gonna expect great things. I don't see it, it's fine. We'll move on and we'll go home because it's getting late. And that's what we should do. Oh, here's a big tall one. Nice. Lovely structure. Ouch. Bad driving, but it's not my fault. Yes, yes. Yes, I know. Lights on. It's not that bad. It's pretty... Maybe put your shield on. Maybe that will help. Okay. Climb. great. Whoops. I was trying to stand on that vent. There, get up there. Ah, Yahtzee. Need to fix that keybind. How many times do I say that? Oh, look at us. I'm a rock star. Get it? I'm a rock star. That's right. Rockstar cat right here. With my light show and my smoke. That's right. Now playing tonight. You think I need a nap, Scraps? Wait, what did I miss? Look how beautiful it is, though. I can put on a concert right now. In fact, the galaxy is beautiful and dangerous indeed, and I enjoy it very much so. Earth Witness, thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate that. 07. I thought I was being clever because I'm Starcat, and I'm standing on a rock. And that makes me a rock star. Okay? It's perfect. I'm taking pictures. I don't care. I'm gonna get myself, acting goofy here. I'm starting to act goofy, like I never do that. You know what? It's not every day that you get to do this. In this part of the galaxy, and to top that off, this is a first discovery, first footfall situation, and I found vents. But where the heck is the lava? I don't know. But am I going to come back and look for it? Yeah. I don't know. Alright, we gotta get in the car. Whoops. I don't need to shoot it. It's fine. Who needs weapons? Alright, get on board. Simmer down, Starcat. You've been going for how many hours now? If you include last night. Too much. I am getting hungry, but I wanted to see lava. Where is it? Where? I thought it would be here with this other activity, because, they kind of go hand in hand, do they not? What causes those vents? There's gotta be some warmth. Gotta be some warmth down there. So where's the lava? I'm just gonna take a peek over here. It's fine. I don't know how to control my vehicle with the thing. There's something over here because the scanner is going wild. It says there's something down here. Come this way. Okay, I'm coming. It feels dark. It feels very dark. Crewman Dark.
Commander?
Introduce yourself.
Hello. My name is Dark. I am capable of assisting you with many of the spacecraft systems. I also have a database containing detailed galactic terminology and definitions.
Fascinating. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Oh, the cat wants to say hello as well. Hello, kitty. Oh, I just call my cat Kitty. Ooh, I need to name my cat. Oh my gosh. We'll have to do it later, because I can't think straight, and any name I give it is going to be tragic. It's not like my SRV is named Max. That's... I found a crystalline cluster. It means something is here. And since I don't see a vent exactly... 10. Deploy the cargo scoop.
Deploy.
Cargo scoop deployed.
Do you think that that's gonna be our lava, but it doesn't look like lava? Or is that just a pretend mock vent? Analysis mode.
Confirmed.
Let's see. Let's see what it is. It's a gas vent. Fair enough. I don't know where the lava is. I've looked. I'm making myself seasick now. Well, let's see. It's lumpy up here. You would think there was lava. Combat mode.
Affirmative.
There's almost always stuff of value in these. I'm gonna grab this and then I'm gonna call the ship and we're gonna have to go. Because I keep saying that. I need to go home before I get myself into trouble. I'm gonna get too far away from the fleet carrier. It's gonna leave and then I'm gonna be trying to catch up. We don't want that, do we? Niobium. Oh my gosh. Let's grab some of that. Shall we? More. Even more. Alright, I know that should have snatched. That's right. That's how you do it. It's somewhere 10. These things are gonna be worth a fortune somewhere. One day. You know what? This is just reminding me how broke I am. We spent so much money on tritium just to get out here. Gosh, what was I thinking? Let's get this crystalline cluster. And then we need to go, I think. Or something. Ugh. If we can land the diamondback over here. It's a bit bumpy. I'm gonna flip it over. Everything's fine. I know what I'm doing. I'm a professional SRV driver. I know you're here. More 10. Oh yeah. Get into my cargo. Alright. Let's try to get a smooth spot. Okay. Recall the ship.
Affirmative. Stand by.
I'll try to stand by. I don't know how to sit still. It's just like I get curious and I keep going. I'll try to be still though.
Maneuvering.
Very difficult. Alright, here's what I'll do. I'll go into the external camera. External camera.
Landing procedures.
External camera.
Change camera.
Thanks. We'll do that. That way we'll sit still. Man, it's dark over there. Holy schmolians. Space is dark. Where's my ship? Oh, it's so dark I can't even see my ship. Okay. External camera.
Change camera.
Let's go. Man, I'm getting hungry. I'm gonna have to eat. I don't want to leave, but I'm gonna have to eat. You know, sometimes we get distracted, and then sometimes that's not good. Retract cargo scoop.
Retracted.
Cargo scoop
Board the ship.
retracted.
Okay. Execute.
Okay.
Now.
Very good. Now I can see what's going on over here.
Stand by. Securing the ship.
Get back to real life. I'm just hungry. I'm just hungry. And I need a nap. I'm starting to get giddy. I know you don't notice. So Set up the deep space spa resort. Got the steam vents there. Open up the pores. ABCs of elite. Always be collecting. Always. Yes, please eat before you start drilling. Part your hand over.
Ascending to 30 meters.
Alright, here's the problem. We have to go back home. I have to get there because if he starts moving the carrier and I'm here and he's 500 something light years away and then he keeps going, that's going to be a minute before I can catch up. Engage Super Cruise. What? Huh? I don't know what he just said, but golly. I felt like he said he became insane. I can't relate to that. Maybe a little. Oh, look. The sunrise. That looks like a painting. What is that? The other planet. Oh, that's right. I bet you. You know what I bet you? I bet you that the magma is on the other side where that planet is because it's probably pulling it right out of there. Wow, that was cool looking. I mean, it's just not. I don't. You know, I'm not gonna go over to it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I just want to take a picture. That's all. That's all I'm doing. I'm just taking a picture. There. See? We were here. We were here. This is where our spawn resort will be. But we have to go home. Okay, let's go get into the galaxy map here because we're gonna crash. We're gonna crash. Alright. Oops. I might have veered off the beaten path. Hopefully nobody's aware of what I've done. Oh, look at that. It takes a minute 7. That's it. Easy peasy. We got this. Let's just get going, shall we? Engage hyperspace. Was that a question, Dark? You said acknowledged? It should not be questioned. If your commander tells you to engage hyperspace, you do so, no matter what. Even if we're toasty roasty.
3, 2, 1.
What? He sounded demonic. It's Helix, isn't it? I think Helix is the voice of Worf. Let's see. Oh, there's that big, beautiful star. Lovely. Lovely indeed. Or is this a new system we haven't been to? I think we've been here. I'm gonna look. I'm just looking. That's all. We've already been here. It's fine. We're just taking a peek. We're going home. Gotta turn in my data and so on and so forth. You know what? The big difference between when I first did exploration, it was a lot of stress to get back home and turn in the data and whatever. Because back then, you couldn't just turn in the data on a fleet carrier, engage hyperspace.
Okay.
You had to go all the way back home or find a station or something to turn in your cartographic data. It was worth a fortune by the time you get back home. Because it's really far away from wherever, you know, the thing. It's not worth as much, I guess, on a fleet carrier, so I guess that's the drawback. But if you get discoveries, you get to claim them straight away. So that's cool. That was cool looking, wasn't it? Whoa!
Scanning.
Jana Tools, hello, 07. And thank you for following. 33 bodies here. I think we've been here, but I'll just look because, you know, you never know. We didn't know about that last one. Okay, this is the one we've been here before. Alright, we're just backtracking, that's all. We're just trying to get home. At this point, we just need to simmer down and just get there. Analysis mode.
Switching mode.
Thanks. I forgot. Engage hyperspace.
Hyperspace drive charging.
Only 7 hops. I really felt like we went 20 hops away. And no, you know, that's it just, yeah. Space madness. We will do a quick summary of where we have been before we close out the situation. What else do I need to do? Exobiology. I've got to turn in that data. I actually found a thing. It's been a while since I've found a thing.
Scanning now.
Toasty. Get to scanning, sir. One never knows.
Fuel scooping complete.
I'm getting messaged. Okay, it's fine. I'm almost home. Don't worry. Engage hyperspace.
Hyperspace drive charging.
Man, this was fun. It's almost like this happens, I swear, every single time I play this game. I have a plan and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna stick to the plan. I get in the game and then I'm like, ooh, look at that bright shiny thing, and I go to it and then it just one thing leads to another. And it's like connect the dots. One star to the next. Holy moly.
Scanning for information.
Wow. That honk echoed throughout the valley of suns. Okay, here we go. I'm sure this has been discovered. We're getting close to the area that's popular.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Yep. Redition has been here before. Okay, carry on. Has anybody ever mapped a star? I feel like I tried it once a long time ago. But of course, you kind of give up because it takes a lot of little probes.
Frameshift drive charging.
I tried to map a big gas giant before. That took a minute. So what would you get if you mapped a star? Would you get anything? Can you map a star? Is that a thing? I don't even know. That's one of the best and worst things about Elite. That you get distracted and you had a plan. But it's always like that. I had a plan. It's never, I have a plan. It's I had a plan.
Scanning.
Once I had a plan.
Fuel scooping.
First time I ever played Elite, I had a plan. And that was the last time. These have been discovered, but nobody's put a foot on them. But you know, we can't keep doing this, or we're never gonna eat. We're gonna starve. We're gonna be a skeleton. We might have first footfall, but we'll be, you know, also the first skeleton as well. Just donating probes. I squirrel a lot in Elite. You know, it's just, I don't know, it's fun. It's relaxing. You can do what you want. When you're outside of the bubble, you're not getting like shot at and stuff. I mean, which that's a whole nother thing. You can get into that too, fighting with people. When you're just out here and it's you against the elements. Adventure.
Scanning now.
Fuel scooping.
Let's see what we have. Lots of goodies. These have been looked at before, of course. Try to resist. Starcat, try to... Oh, they've already got footfall. Thank goodness, because, you know, I wouldn't have to go over there and scan something. Just saying.
Frameshift drive charging.
Alright, I think this is our last hop, right? And then... Isn't it? Yes. Then we go to the fleet carrier. We gotta remember to turn all the things in.
3,
Yeah. Not saying I need money, but I might need money. It's not about the recognition at this point. Gas is expensive. Lovely.
Scanning for information.
Okay, let's just look. You know what? This is always pleasing to look at. Although some of them are quite jittery, and those are pleasing to look at as well, but they're just slightly different. Thank you for following, Dtron07. Oh, I was getting hypnotized by this thing. Okay, it's kind of hard to get on the carrier. Wait. Better still be there. Oh my gosh. Get on the carrier when it's over here. Gotta be careful of these wings. I'm gonna do what I'm supposed to do. I'm gonna get on the carrier. I'm not gonna explore any more stuffs right now. There's not much in this star system, and I don't know if I even showed it earlier. Well, okay, let's look. Yeah, there wasn't much here, so I thought, okay, this is a waypoint, but there's not much here. There's not much going on at all. But, except this, I mean, you could probably look at this from those planets, and that would be exciting on its own. Ugh, it's out there. Ready to rip us to shreds. Donuts. Oh, that just looks like a donut. Oh, I'm hungry. We gotta go home. Oh my golly. We could have probably parked this by a planet. It might have been a little bit, you know, less terrifying. Oh, bathed in the light of the neutron star.
Welcome, Commander. We'll accept your business after completing an access.
You might not survive, or you might go far. Poetry. Starcat 70 needs a nap. Starcat 70 needs a nap. Did I not do the thing? No, I didn't do the thing. Duh.
Permission granted. Check your landing pad assignment. That's an affirmative.
Alright, now I'm trying to think what all needs to be done. Man, we're just right here. Is the carrier being slowly drawn in? Don't know. Alright, we're here. Oof. Okay, it's like it never happened. We don't have to talk about this. It's just between us. Dtron07. Hey. Alright, here we're gonna go and do the things we need to do. We got some cartographics. We discovered something. Woo, look at all that. 2.6 million credits there. And we discovered something. That was pretty cool. What else? Let's go inside. We're gonna go to the exobiology place and turn in the thing that we found. And I think that was it, isn't it? And we're gonna pretend like we never left. No, we didn't go running around exploring. That wasn't me. Rumors. Mere rumors. I did have a good time. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, where is it? Where's the place? Where's the getting place? There it is. Hello, I finally have something. Hi. Excuse me.
Ah, you have some data to sell.
Yeah.
Well, let's see what you've got for us.
Okay. I found some stuff. What do you think? Fonticula. Impressed?
Anything else?
No, that's all. Thank you.
Just to thank you for your contribution.
Alright. Success. Alright, let's go to the bar. Sorry. Karsuki Locust. They've got bite. Oh. Okay. You know what? I enjoy the company of the people, but sometimes I like to just think, hello. No, they're there to do their job. They don't care about what I'm doing. Sometimes I just like to peer out into the great beyond. And I guess that's gonna be it. Scraps07, take care. Thank you. I gotta go too, because we've been here a while. Some of you were here with me last night, and I appreciate you coming back. We didn't accomplish exactly what I set out to do. Exactly. We didn't have the meetup. I don't know where anybody was. It's fine. We'll try it again next time. At the next waypoint. Oh, that was what I was gonna do. We were gonna look. We were gonna have a little recap of where we're going next. I don't know. I gotta look it up real quick. This is where we are. Oh, some of our friends are here. Like we're all just getting in a little bit of exploration. Okay, we're going to Beagle Point. Let's find out where we're going in between. Hold on, let me find it. It'll be waypoint number 6. It's called Zwicky's Eye. Oh my gosh. I'm finally seeing things. I'm finally getting to explore the whole stuffs. That'll be our next waypoint. So we'll be making our way to this spot. Ever deeper into the nothingness. Fewer stars. But still more adventures to be had. Bedtime soon for me too, Phaser. Arnio, thank you for the follow. 07. 07 and I've been taking no Phaser. We'll have to talk about it. And good night. Good night, sir. And I appreciate you being here. We'll just keep it between us. Alright, we're all gonna get out of here, it looks like. Man. Adventures. More to come. Alright, y'all. I gotta go to sleep. This will be our next waypoint. It looks like it's gonna just be, 20, 40, maybe 40. I don't know how many more carrier jumps until we get to Beagle Point. But it'll be my first time there. My first time anywhere over here. So it's pretty cool. You're welcome, Phaser. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Always. I appreciate you being here. And you were here last night too, so thanks. White Tiger, thank you for the follow. 07. Okay, I'm winding down. We're winding down. I have to go. I was here last night. Like I keep saying that because, you know, I'm just whining at this point. We're just whining. I was here last night until about 6 a.m. I came back at 12-ish, 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, and it is now 4:43. I have not eaten. I'm starving, and I might need a nap. Y'all, take care out there. We're gonna do this again soon. Yeah. It's been fun. I hope you guys had a good time. I love this game. I really love this game. Alright, we gotta do the thing. We're just gonna sit here and stare at this on our way out. Y'all, 07, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the subscribes and the follows. I do appreciate you all. You make it fun. Y'all, take care out there. 07. Bye bye.